All right. All right, guys. So, welcome to our first connection call of To Be Mindset. So, the last time we certainly just introduced ourselves and kind of talked a little bit about, what our goals were in this group. And then some people had started the video, some people hadn't. And so now we've all participated in a full week of this, and I am going to be 100% fully accountable. When I had the call last week, I was so excited about having all of my things to show you, and just I had everything sitting right here, that I actually forgot to put them in my bag when I was in Vegas. So Stephanie, this girl right here next to me, sat next to me all week at work, and we worked together. And so it wasn't a complete fail. I just wasn't very good at tracking. So I've done really well today. But this is about you guys, and I'm going through it with you, and I want to see who else hopped on 919. Who is that?
Katie Roberts.
Hi, Katie. I have to, I love it better when I can see your beautiful face. But I know that you're probably at work at the hospital and you're sneaking away to get on this awesome call. So what I want to do is I want to go through, I kind of laid out what I want to talk about. I want to look at our week at a glance. I want to know what your favorite meals were for the week. I want to know what you feel like you failed at, but I want to know more importantly, I want to know what you succeeded at, because we're going to take what we think we didn't do very well, and we're going to put that in the past, and we're just going to set our goals now coming forth for the week. So it's fine to acknowledge what you think went wrong, what your bumps in the road were, but at the same time, that's not going to happen again, and we're going to move forward. Okay. And if it did, we acknowledge it, we accept it, and we move on. That's the best way to get over, I think, anything in life, is just acknowledge whatever the situation is, accept it for what it is, and then don't even look back and move forward. So let's, so quick week at a glance, looking at your tracker, how does it look to you? Did you do a really good job with filling everything in? What were your bumps in the road? And then, what is it that you know that you can do really well this week? So whoever wants to start first before I have to choose somebody.
Hold on. Repeat the question.
Okay. So what were your bumps in the road? Okay, that's question one. What were your bumps in the road? How did you do with your tracking? Okay, how detailed were you in your tracking? I think I posted an example of lane tracking and good tracking. And then what is it that you are going to really, what was your success for the week? And then what are you going to focus on next week? There's 4 questions.
Okay. I'll go ahead. So I was good with the tracking. You can see I'm filled out every day here. So successful day was actually my favorite day. It was the day we skipped our catered lunch and went back to the buffet for lunch. So that made that easier. And then a dinner at an Italian restaurant, which was not easy to pick off of that menu. I wanted all the pasta and all the carbs, and I didn't need a piece of bread. Brussels sprouts were amazing, and then I just ordered a salad and some shrimp to put it all together, and I don't usually get creative, so I was excited for that day. Another big win was cupcake day at work. No, I'm not a sweets person, but I always have snack day on cupcake day, and this week I bit the cupcake and threw the rest away. That's
right. You licked it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I licked the cupcake. One and done. Struggle was, I was concerned about how the travel week was going to go. It was actually pretty not bad in Vegas. It was lots of stuff to choose from. But when I got home yesterday and my refrigerator was empty from being gone all week, so I scoured Postmates for like an hour looking through menus to find like healthy food. And then I was hangry. So I need to plan ahead to when I get home for sure.
That's really, really smart. Yeah. I have that same struggle too. It's funny. Usually when I come home that night is a eat out night.
Yeah.
You know, unless Stacy prepares something for us, I'm usually too tired. But yeah, it is a struggle because then your refrigerator's empty and there's not really in there. However, here's a tip. Keep in your freezer some frozen veggies and maybe some like frozen turkey burgers or something, or black bean burgers, something that you can very quickly, easily make when you do get home. That doesn't take much time. So that's like, if you want to eat at home and you don't want to eat out, just have those things in your freezer already.
Yep.
All right. That's awesome, Steph. Good job. All right.
All right, I'll go. So I think I did a pretty good job keeping track, and I think today and yesterday I had the best detailed descriptions of what I ate and put down exactly how many, like 2 slices of tomato and that kind of jazz. But the rest of the week, I've actually had a stomach virus this week. That's why I'm like really tired. My face is all white because I've been like throwing up and it's been everywhere. So everything that just goes in goes right back out. So this week's been really hard for me. So I've had to have a lot of soups and stuff, but I've tracked it all, and hopefully, I think the best thing that I did was drink a lot of water, mostly because I had to, because I'm sick. But that's been my biggest struggle in the past, not having enough water, being a little bit dehydrated. But let's see, the other thing I do need to plan, like you guys, I need to plan more so what I'm gonna have for dinner, because I don't know, when I go to the store, I know, I guess, what I'm gonna buy and what I'm gonna make that week, but I don't know exactly day by day, and I think that would help me a lot better if I had a planned out meal, like written down, not just in my head.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Well, water is definitely, it's amazing how much, well, in Vegas, it wasn't very hard to drink a lot of water because it was hot as heck.
Yeah.
I realized I was drinking like my body, more than my body weight, because I was just constantly thirsty. But now that I'm home, it's more, it's definitely different when you're, on the East Coast. I'm really sorry that you've been sick. That's awful.
That's okay.
And I'm impressed that you've tried so much with being sick.
I mean, it's mostly like soup, and I wrote like 6 crackers or like whatever I could get down that day. But I still kept track.
But certainly being prepared is so very important. And all different types of challenge groups that I have done in the past, Saturdays and Sundays must be meal prep days and menu prep days for your week to come. If you haven't done so yet, sit down later tonight and just plan your dinners, okay? And then when you go food shopping, make a list of what you're going to need for all of those things, and that's all you buy. Okay, you can throw in like your eggs for breakfast and like your fruits for like your snacks and stuff like that, and your turkey meat for like what, that's the easy stuff. But really sticking to your shopping list based off of the meals that you're going to cook every night is going to create success. Another tip I have is making sure you have something visible each and every day. So I have a chalkboard in my house, and so we have Monday through Friday. I can look at my schedule if I know that I'm traveling, or if I know that it's going to be a crazy day for whatever reason. I'm on the road and I'm not getting home until late. I may even write down that that's like an eat out night, or I might even prepare for something in advance so that something is ready for that night when I come home. In the summertime, it's usually pretty crazy, and the grill is so simple. We typically on Sunday nights will grill a bunch of chicken. So there's always chicken on hand in our refrigerator, whether we want to throw a salad together or heat it up and, do something like that. Sometimes I'll pre-make on a Sunday some turkey chili, and I'll portion it out so that I know for lunch, or we can grab and go, or if I'm on the road, I'll always have my own healthy meal so I don't have to eat out on the road. So when you can meal prep anything in advance on the weekend, it will definitely set you up for success during the week. But it's about writing it down and coming up with a meal plan. I put in the files tab today a link called Good Eats, Team Legacy's Tried and True Recipes. Over the past 4 years, we've put together this document of recipes that people have loved and shared, like zoodles and turkey chili and, delicious, quinoa, mac and cheese, like things that people want to eat, and it's still being like a healthier version. So look through that document if you need help with recipes, but remember that this is not necessarily, you're not like, you can use any recipe, because the whole To Be mindset is eat what you want and eat what you like, just have mostly veggies, right? So if you find a recipe on somewhere, anywhere, Cooking Light or, Gourmet, I don't think Gourmet Magazine exists anymore, but you know what I mean. If you find something on epicurious.com or whatever, and you love this recipe, share it with the group. That's the whole point of us snapping pictures and being accountable, but also sharing some delicious things that we really liked. That's why I shared the recipe for that turkey burger today, because it was amazing. And I love things that are salty. So fortunately, I'm allowed to have salt because I have low blood pressure. But, and if I don't, I get really dizzy and I get vertigo. It's really crazy. But again, it's not that I add any extra salt. There's salt naturally in feta cheese, and that's what seasons pretty much the burger. It's amazing. There's also fat in feta cheese. So for anybody who thinks that turkey burgers tend to be a little dry, the fat that's already in that turkey burger is what cooks off. It's incredible. Another really good tip for a turkey burger is using buttermilk as your thing to hold it together instead of an egg. An egg dries out really quickly, but buttermilk has that fat in the dairy, which will burn off. I don't usually have a lot of dairy in my diet, but with the exception of eggs, but it burns off when it cooks. So, and it keeps it kind of moist. So we'll plan out a menu, look at your week, so that you can be successful. And great job in tracking. All right, Katie, you're up.
Okay. I did pretty good on tracking every day. I'd like to work on maybe putting, amounts down, better. And I also was sick. I wasn't throwing up, but I got a pretty severe cold. I actually had to stay home from work one day. And I had planned to start working out this week, maybe like 3 times a week. I wanted to try Joel's new program, that sample workout he did. But I wasn't able because I was sick. So that's my goal this week, to do that. I did really good on my water. I think I even want to up the water more to see if that gives me more results as well. Mm-hmm. I did well with cookies. We eat cookies for a state. I stayed out of them on that. I do really well planning what I'm going to eat because I have to plan ahead of time to, when I work long hours, I plan to cook something so my family, so my husband and child has something to eat while I'm at work the next day. So I do really well Monday through Friday planning my meal, but then Saturday and Sunday is kind of a wash. I kind of just don't plan it. And then my husband was out, tried to do the principles as much as possible, which I think I did pretty good for what we did this weekend. I was bummed about my nutrition app not working. That was a bummer.
Did you figure it
but
out?
I did lose 2 pounds this week. There's something wrong with it. I looked on the reviews and it looks like it's happened to other people. I think it's going to work maybe after they update it.
Gotcha.
But no, it's not figured out. It won't let me track anything but my weight.
Did you do it on the computer or did you try and do it on your phone first?
I tried to do it on my iPhone. But it's okay. I'll wait to see if they have an update and it will.
With their tracker?
It's okay. I have my book, so.
Did anybody else use the tracker?
I downloaded it, but I put my stats in, like my weight and height and all that jazz, but I didn't like try to put anything in there.
Same.
So pen and paper. So we got some pen and paper girls, and then well, Katie's been with us for a while doing like other types of tracking with fitness too. So she's kind of used to that as well. But yeah, I think it's one of those things, Katie, where like it's a brand new app and it's just every time they release something, like there's always these little glitches, and I just have to constantly remind myself that Beachbody is not a tech company. It's a health and fitness company. And so I try to show them a lot of grace that way and ask my challengers to be patient.
Yeah, I mean, I was mad that first day because I've been waiting for it, but the book's fine. Like the book had everything I need, so it's fine. I was just jealous because my coworker, hers worked right away, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh, that's
but
great.
Keisha was sitting beside me using it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I can't do anything." But
your coworker in another group.
It's my coworker. She's not in a group. She's kind of just wanted to. I'm kind of supporting her. I'm like her little sidekick coach, I guess.
Well, certainly feel free to invite her to the group.
But
support.
Okay, I will let her know. But other than that, I had a pretty good week. I did lose 2 pounds this week, so overall.
That was going to be one of my next questions was let's celebrate, because I know some of you have been losing weight. So Katie, congratulations. You lost 2 pounds. That's awesome. Anybody else?
Thank you.
4.
Stephanie lost 4.
Oh,
but
4.
In this 1 week?
Yes.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Because to lose weight when you're traveling, guys, that's
in
hard.
Vegas.
Usually
in
Vegas. But the coolest thing is that Vegas has so many places to eat that I think Chicago's worse. Because everywhere you go, you want to just eat like their deep dish pizza. But no, that's incredible, and just the stress that comes with that, getting on an airplane and the dehydration and all of that. So to lose weight when you travel, that is awesome. Usually I maintain when I travel, and that's a win for me. Or I go up about a pound or 2 because I tend to drink more when I'm traveling. It's just, if you met our team, you'd understand. They drive you to drink. No, I say that with a lot of heart, but sometimes it's true. And so Morgan, how about you, Morgan?
We credit a little bit of it to throwing it back up, but I mean, when I was on vacation last weekend at the lake, I lost 3 pounds, and I normally way. If I maintain it, that's a win. But I lost 3 on vacation, but this week I lost more just because I was sick.
Yeah.
But
so don't be
really
discouraged.
happy just about all that.
That's awesome. So just realize, don't be discouraged, into this next week if you gain some of that water weight back. So.
Yeah, I anticipate that. I anticipate gaining probably 3 more pounds this week. Okay. Just because I'll retain more water.
Yeah, that is so great. So awesome. Okay, well, goals moving towards this week and potential obstacles that we're going to look past, try and look around.
I need to plan my meals, and I think the obstacle would be sticking to it. But I guess I just have to take each day by day, and just follow my plan, because obviously I'm going to make it. And so I need to follow it. So I have to just hold myself accountable and just make it. Because sometimes I'm just too tired to make a whole stir fry or something.
All right. So
but I'm going to hold myself accountable for 1 week.
Okay. Guess what? We're all going to hold you accountable. So I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
So Morgan is writing out her meal plan. So I'll be looking for that. Okay. Awesome. Anyone else?
The same. I want to plan my meals a little bit better ahead of time this week. I was kind of winging it last week because I didn't really know what I was going to do or eat every day. But this week I'm leaving out again tomorrow, so it's another travel week, but I conquered the last one, so I'm not concerned about that. But I know where I'm going. I'm familiar, so I'm going to plan what I'm going to do.
Steph, one of the best things you can do also when you travel is, keep certain things in your room. So first get there, stop and get things like baby cucumbers, which are easy. You don't have to meal prep those. Baby carrots, celery sticks, things that you can just crunch on, so that just in case if you are hungry, you always have something. I've always been successful with that. And then I believe I haven't watched it yet, but I believe there is a travel video. Did anybody watch the travel video?
I just watched it today, and I took a couple notes. And Alana says to keep the purpose of the trip in mind. That way you're not focusing on like, oh my God, there's so many choices to eat. She said to just keep the focus of the trip in mind and bring water with you everywhere, which I'm sure is pretty easy. But I know it's really hard when you're out of town or on vacation and want to just all the things, because sometimes there's stuff you don't normally get to have. So I just want to eat it all, but I have to keep the purpose in mind. And she said bring Shakeology with you. I don't know if you drink that, but
yes. That was my savior a couple mornings last week.
Yeah. It is. It's such a great go-to. It's funny. Like, some people are really say the darndest things. Like, they don't want to be dependent on a shake, right? But then again, they have a glass of wine every single night. I'm like that's a dependency. It's, if anything, do both. But again, we all have choices. And so Stephanie, plan out your restaurants that you know that you're going to go at, and here's a really good tip. I used to do this all the time. Look at the menu before you go and make your decision before you get there.
Well, I'm not hungry.
Because when you get there and it's sort of like being at that Italian restaurant and all you see is like all the pasta and the bread. Mm-hmm. nope, you don't even have to open up the menu. You're going to be like, I'll have, you know, the shrimp, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And just be prepared that way. And then anytime a side comes with anything, always ask for the veggie and always ask them to simply steam it, because a lot of times restaurants will saute it in lots of butters and oils and lard. And you don't know, like you can order the veggies, but then next thing you know, you're getting like this very oily veggie. If you order a side of veggies, always ask them to simply steam it and no butter. Okay. All right. Just some good tips that have helped me be successful. I've even done some a little wacky things where my husband starts like rolling his eyes at me because I'll ask a million questions. I'll be like, do you have any coconut oil? Can you please just sear in coconut oil or olive oil instead of using a slab of butter? Oh my God, Stacy can't stand it when I'm ordering a meal because it's true. Like, but the deal is, like, listen, you're paying for a meal to be cooked for you. At least have it cooked the way you want it, right?
Yep.
So just plan that out. And so, all right, so Morgan's going to write out her meal plan. Stephanie's going to write a list of restaurants and have her meal choices picked out beforehand. And then Katie, anything you want to be successful in moving towards this week?
I think I want to beat my amounts. I'm writing everything down, but I'm not always writing the amount I'm eating or having. So I'm going to try to work on that. And then I want to stick to my consistent Shakeology breakfast. I kind of veer away from that more than I wanted to. I usually veer away from it on the weekends, and I stick to it Monday through Friday. But for some reason, twice, I didn't have the shake in the morning. I had it that day, but not in the morning.
Not in the morning. And you just feel better when you have it first thing.
Yeah, I usually make it and drink it on the way to work, and I didn't do that. Maybe being sick kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I wanted to try to maybe have some workouts in for the week. And then my bump in the road coming is next weekend. My girlfriends and I were going to a dinner and a movie. I'm not sure we're going out to eat yet. I need to figure that out this week. And like you said, kind of look at the menu before we go.
Yeah.
So I know what I need to
there's nothing.
order.
It's totally cool to go out to eat. Just be the person to pick where you're going to go eat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if someone else chooses it, then just preview the menu. There's always something. So, okay, I'll share with you. So I have a little bit of an emotional week this week for sure. I have a friend whose partner passed away a few months ago, and she's coming to visit and stay with me this week. So she's coming on, she's coming on Thursday, and her sister-in-law is coming on Wednesday. So I'm going to have company in my house. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we have this memorial service, and a lot of people are coming in from out of town. And I know, and my biggest struggle is definitely going to be alcohol, because they are going to want to visit wineries that they used to visit when they were here as a couple. There's certainly going to be, a celebration of life, let's just per se, that I know that there's going to be a lot of drinking start between Wednesday and probably Sunday. And so that's going to be a struggle for me. I don't really struggle with, an alcohol dependency, but I like to drink. And so I just want to be mindful. I'm going to make sure that I'm driving every single day. That's my one way to be accountable. And if I do have something to drink, I'm going to limit myself to one each night. because the reality is that I know, you know, it's definitely what makes me go up in my scale. And when I'm training, which I am, I'm in the middle of training right now for a triathlon. I don't want to get up the next morning. So it's not part of my goals. So I just have to be very present and very mindful and not allow the emotion of it or the celebration of it all to kind of get to me. So that's going to be my biggest thing to overcome. My meal planning is going great for the week. I've already done that. I'm home every single night this week, magically. And I have already planned out my meals. So like today we had turkey burgers. Tomorrow I'm having chicken with broccolini. On Wednesday night is when my first girlfriend arrives. However, she's going to be so jet lagged, I figured we would just eat at home. So I got some lean sirloin burgers, and I have sweet potatoes, which I love to roast. So I'm going to kind of do like something laid back that night. Thursday, I have a nice steak. And I love spinach. So like spinach salad is just like always part of my meals. So I never have a problem with the veggies. And I also have some Brussels sprouts that I love just roasting again. Everything just goes in the oven and I love it. So my menu is planned for the week. I like the way it looks. I wake up every single day, 2 eggs with spinach. I work out. I have my Shakeology. I have, for lunch, I usually have rolled turkey with avocado, maybe an apple. So I think in regards to food, I'm pretty much set for the week. It's going to be the beer and wine. That's going to be a struggle for me. I know it. But I have got to keep the focus on how I feel the next day when I wake up, and I'll be accountable to all of you guys. Okay? See, even your coach, even like you could be fit and still be like, yeah, we all struggle with that. But it's just, you know, when something is such a big part of your life and it's such a social thing, you know, but I've done it before and I'll be totally good. I know I will.
You got this. We all got this.
Mm-hmm. We all got it.
So anything I can do extra for you. I don't want to keep you guys on this call any longer than necessary. I think this was a great first week in review. Anything else you guys need from me? No? All right. Do not forget that this group is an ongoing group. So if we add someone to it, please, please, please welcome them with open arms of joy. And remember that each and every one of you can invite and welcome someone to this group at any time. If it's someone that you are personally coaching yourself, make sure that I have you set up that way. If not, and you're just referring them to me, that's totally cool too. Just let me know and I will work with them one-on-one to get them all set up. But this is not just like we're starting and we're ending. I expect by the end of this year, this group to just be huge. I'm very excited about it. I've already had people already reach out today too. Very excited. So we may be seeing 2 new faces, if not later this week, later in the month. You know, it takes some people a little bit more time. But keep talking about this, guys. The more you're accountable to other people and they know what you're going through, the more you're gonna make a difference in their lives too. And that's just the whole purpose of all of this, is just we're not alone. A lot of people struggle, and once you make that decision, and people are going to start watching you. So just remember that. You know, it's not just this little group. You actually have a lot of people you're going to be inspiring in return. So be open, be honest, and be you. Okay? All right, guys. I love and appreciate you all. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.